Good morning, everybody. It is currently shortly past 5 a.m. and I've come out here to the edge of town to catch a misty morning, and so far it's looking good. We've got some mist and I think we've got about 1.5 hours until sunrise, so let's hope it stays. I didn't really have a plan of where to go and was just wandering around at this point until I decided to halt here where I thought a simple photo of the road could be worth a try. Here's the shot, and I'd say this is a decent start. Nothing outstanding, but I suppose some needed warm-up of some sort. I like the calmness evoked by the emptiness of the road. It feels quiet, yet alive thanks to all the parked cars. It resembles the time, 5 a.m, before everyone gets up, pretty nicely. Then I decided to walk down the street here and see what I find. After passing this building, luck was on my side and I found an interesting looking spot. Alright, it's time for the first self-portrait already. I've found this beautiful, I don't know, alley just with these nice long lights on the top. I think this could look quite cool, so I've just set up a shot and we'll run into the shot as usual. Alright, let's check it out. Oh yes! I think that's a good start right away. Yep, this definitely is a good start here. As anticipated while shooting, those long bright lights really look cool. They have a sci-fi or nearly cyberpunk kind of feel, which I really enjoy. Placing myself into the photo has the great effect as usual, I find, that creates a point of relatability to the scene so that the viewer can better catch the feel of the photograph. After getting this shot, I actually got a different version, this one. The significant change is the pink light, of course. Maybe you noticed that I was carrying a bag with me. Inside I had a tube light, which I can set to all sorts of colours. This is something I want to start adding to my foggy pictures because I think it switches them up in a cool way and gives the photo an otherworldly and almost eerie feeling. I'm very happy with how this first try has worked out. Then I checked the area on Google Maps to gain a sense of where I was and got a grasp of which direction I want to head. I went back to where I came from to walk down a different road where I found my next location. No, the GoPro fell. I don't know when it fell, what you saw, but basically I did my run as usual. The only weird thing was I suddenly noticed that from the house next to me there was a woman watching me. That was very weird. Due to the unexpected encounter, I had lost my confidence and stopped running, and hence was afraid that the photo didn't work out, but luckily this particular one caught a decent moment, which totally works in my opinion. I'm very fond of this outcome actually. I like the mixed colours of light and how the scene has some details to look at, such as the spot of light on the left side of the frame. Okay, I'm going to try it again, this time looking down this way on the road, and hopefully I won't get disturbed this time because I suddenly see that someone's watching me. The camera didn't fall. Let's check it out. Nice. So I think the ones that are further away work. Here's the result, and I'm liking this a lot. Though I must admit that I missed the mixed colours of the light from the previous photo. Details here that I do appreciate a lot though are the reflection of the lamp on the cable. Something about that reflection is intriguing to me. And the other thing is the arrangement of the lamps in general. This area of the city seems to have these cool long lamps and straight roads that create a lot of depth in the scene, I find. Here too, I tried another version with the pink light and it worked out nicely, I find. Now I have that mixed light I was looking for. Then, just to the side of the road, I found a nice angle to shoot the opposite side of the road. I was actually still setting up my shot as suddenly someone riding their bicycle was approaching the frame, so I spontaneously got the shot. This is it, and it's pretty nice, but the bicycle didn't really work for me. I thought it could be a good subject, which it is. However, I had originally framed this shot for the silver car to be the point of focus, and now the two are sort of competing. I got the same shot without the bicycle, so as intended, and I think this version works better because it's a bit simpler. Then, not much further down the same road, I came to another spot where I thought of trying a photograph of the scene, but this time instead of framing a car, I would again place myself into frame. Alright, I hope my position made sense. Oh, it's getting bright. It's okay. Here's the result, and it's pretty cool. However, for my taste, I am a bit too big in frame, so too close to the camera. As you know, I enjoy to be just a small part of the scene. Interestingly, while editing, I was looking at this photo, which is the same, but before I ran into frame, and I prefer it actually. At the time of shooting, I had placed myself in the composition to add a clearer point of interest. However, it was only later while editing that I noticed how the camper van in front of the house is doing that job wonderfully. So adding myself was indeed unnecessary. I like this one. Okay, this is nice. Now, before leaving this road, I decided I ought to get one last shot of this road, again with myself walking down it. Alright. So I've been really using this road. I hope there's something good within here. This time I decided not to run, but just to do the walk. And with the whole outfit with the rucksack and stuff, it has more of this explorer kind of feeling. Yeah, I think there's something nice there. Something that makes the situation quite unique at the moment is that it's becoming bright, but the artificial light is still on, which has quite a different look than the first photos that we were getting. And I believe over here there's more of like open fields and stuff, which is going to be interesting. We're coming out of the residential area or so. And I don't quite know yet where I want to continue. Here's the result, and it's a decent shot, I find. Again, I'm so intrigued by the street lamps and how they fade into the distance, creating so much feeling for the space. One thing I think I should have changed though is the camera's position. I think the photo could be improved by moving forward a couple meters so that the left side of the frame begins with the tree, not the empty space with the white car. If random spaces such as this one are interesting, I think they can be quite a cool feature of a photograph, but here in this case I think it's just negative space of the not so good kind, and by moving in front this could have easily been avoided, resulting in a stronger concentration of the composition towards the middle. Alright, so I've decided we're going to continue this way. There's a river here and then a field, and there should be a road on the field as well. And along this way we might find some more interesting lights as well. So before going to the field, I still felt this hesitation to leave the streets with the houses, so I got one more shot. I like the distance. I went quite far this time and it's looking pretty cool, I find. This is another nice one I find. As I noticed straight away, the distance is working well here so that I am barely visible. Come again. Oh. Wow. Oof. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. Here's the result, and it's cool, I find. I like the mood and how the landscape fades away in the fog, creating this calm, but also a little mysterious atmosphere. I feel that this is kind of lacking a clearer subject, but at the same time I like how this photo feels a bit empty and simple because that seems to assist the quiet feeling. I got basically the same shot on the other side, and I think this one actually does have a rather clear subject. For me, it's the patch of grass that is peeking out of the water in the middle of the frame. And here we have a wall of fog. Next, I wanted to capture this beautiful grey wall of fog, but of course with something in the foreground, or it would probably be a bit boring, so I photographed a pair of flowers. This is the result, and I like it. It's a nice detail of the scene, and the subject itself has a lot of details as well thanks to all the moisture in the air. Oh wow. Okay, too many possibilities. But these dead plants look absolutely fascinating. Then I came to this spot here where I found something very interesting. There were these dead plants everywhere. I don't know what they used to be and if they are really dead or if they're going to grow and bloom again in spring, but the way they looked here was perfect in combination with a foggy field for a post-apocalyptic scene. Okay, so I don't know what this is with these dead plants, but it looks so fascinating, really post-apocalyptic. Not sure about the photo though. I think I need to be further away. Okay, second try. Yes, much better. No! There's this one plant in the foreground that is covering me, but there were a couple where I'm not covered, but I think I'll do one last try. Stand a bit further left so that I'm a bit more center frame. So here is the result, and this just looks like from another world in my opinion. The strong blue together with the atmosphere created by the fog and the dead plants in the foreground looks surreal to me. However, I wasn't entirely satisfied yet at this point, and I decided to try a version with the light. This is it, and I think this is fantastic. The pink light adds so much to the photograph I find. It's some mysterious, unknown light source that the character in the scene is approaching. The pink colour is a strongly unnatural colour which enhances the alien feeling the light has. I'm very happy with this outcome. Then I was walking down this path, and I was walking, and as I checked the map, I saw that this was a huge field where I'd be walking just like this for another good while, so I decided to turn around and head somewhere else, but first I did want to get one shot of this place. Alright, let's check it out. This is one of the more simple ones, I would say. There's not really much going on here, but I thought I came here, so I'll just do it anyways. I didn't come here for a... Oh, okay. Oh, I'm on 28mm, alright. I was just surprised by how far... Okay. I was just surprised by how far away I look in the photograph. I had forgotten that I was zoomed out to 28mm. But yeah, actually looks pretty cool. So that was a nice surprise. It's not as great as the one before, but a decent addition to the collection. I also got this version, trying the same with the light again, but here it didn't work as well, I find, because the simplistic composition of the previous photo is much more effective than this one here, which feels a bit lacking in structure. Then I was walking along this path and found a spot where I could enter the bushes here to get closer to the river. Here's the result, and I think it's alright, nothing special. I wanted to capture the environment here, and that has succeeded. However, there's not much beyond that, I think. Here's another shot of the environment, and I think I like this one more because I see more structure here, which keeps my eyes interested in the photograph. We've got a bunch of layers to move through, from the leaves in the foreground to the grasses, then the river with the grass island, and then the forest at the back. Somehow this one works in a way that the other one didn't. Then I was just walking past this camper van here and thought that this could be a cool subject, so I tried to get a good angle. Here's the result, and I'm happy with it. The scene overall has enough elements to intrigue me as a viewer to wander around inside the photograph. The fence in the foreground adds a neat frame and some context. So all in all, I think the photo seems to strive in its openness for interpretation. I find myself wondering what exactly is going on here, who does this belong to, and so on. Alright, so I don't think there's going to be much more happening here. I think that's it for today. It's been wonderful. Such a beautiful foggy morning, and I think I'm not really seeing many more things to shoot here. I might shoot a little something, but that's pretty much it for now. So from there on, I made my way back to where I started, but I did actually end up getting a couple shots on the way. I really like this self-portrait I got. It's like a 2 years older version of this shot. So that was it then with this wonderful foggy morning shoot. I hope you enjoyed following along. Let me know which photo is your favourite. I guess mine was kind of obvious. Anyway, before I end the video, I just want to say thank you to each and every Patreon who is supporting me and the channel. If you're interested in Lightroom presets, extra videos such as tutorials or printed postcards with photographs from my videos, you can check out my Patreon via the link in the description. That's it then for this week. I hope you had a good time. If so, I'd appreciate a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and I'll see you again next week in the next video. Until then, goodbye.